What's up, everyone? It's your homeboy, Lil Sneaks. Today, I'd like to tell you a story about the day when I met mr.trippalot for the first time, and also his producer at that point in time, Kre8tor. I was chilling in the studio with the homie Risky. One day we were writing lyrics, you know what I mean, doing music as we normally would do, you know what I mean, especially me and that homie at his spot, at his studio with his brothers, you know what I mean, and Dinero comes in. One day, one afternoon, when it was just me and Risky. And he ends up saying, I don't remember the whole talk, but he ends up saying, like, if I would be interested in wanting to go be in a music video for this one guy in South Central called mr.trippalot. I never heard of, that point in time, mr.trippalot or anything like that, but the homie told me about this, and of course, I would like to be involved with anything about music, so of course I was like, hell yeah, homie, fucking let's go, let's do this, let's represent our shit, and let's do this. You know what I mean? He was down with it. Risky was down with it. So I can't recall how long after was it before we went to go to that video shoot. But it was me, Dinero, Risky, the homie Slick Rick, and I think a few other people. And I know for sure Trippalot's people over there in South Central were there. So we were going to South Central, right? We ended up hitting the spot. The homie parked, got out. I saw who was Trippalot. The homie Dinero introduced me to him. What's up, mr.trippalot? What's up, Kre8tor? How you doing? You know what I mean? My homie Sneaks right here. Had month representing, doing music as well with the homies. Blah, blah, blah. It was a short time, nothing like that big, you know what I mean? Because it was mr.trippalot's video. And man, but when I walk into it, the first thing I saw and noticed was the homie's freaking drawing like in the wall. And if you see the music video My Ways by mr.trippalot, which I hope you do, it's a banging song at the same time. You know what I mean? It's a dope arte too, what he did behind that wall. You know, and I didn't know he did it until he told me like along that day that he was the one who did the whole graffiti right there against the wall. So I was like, man, that's fucking dope. So the whole time in my head, like, this video is gonna be fucking dope. You know what I mean? Because that was a bad like art. I liked it. So we started getting to doing the music video My Ways. You know what I mean? It's the first time I hear it, first time everything, first time seeing how these people work. And of course it was dope. We were all getting into the mix as you see in the video. And I couldn't talk a lot with the homie and stuff like that, but it was a good feeling being there, you know what I mean? Like being involved in all that sort of thing and everything like that, you know what I mean? Especially with the homies, because we were all doing it together. After that was done, you know, like the video shoot, I forgot like how it led to the top, but we all started talking like for a bit here and there, you know what I mean? I talked to Trippalot, tried to talk to him as I recall, and also to his producer, also tried to talk to him, you know what I mean? Just tell him what's up, you know what I mean? We're cool people, but at the same time, see what's up with any business if possible or anything like that. What do you call him? I can't recall like how it was talked, but as me and Kre8tor were talking, and first things first, before I say this, it's like, you gotta understand, like when it came to me, like, as far as music, I took this real serious, and I always have taken this serious. Even before I even knew, like, I wanted to try to be like, not famous, but at least known to the fact that I would get that sort of income, you know what I mean, to help out my family, to do some difference, and all this sort of things, help out the people around me, and just do music the way I want to, the way I love, and the way I see it, especially like for art people in a way, you know what I mean? And so I always hear Chicano rap, so I was aware about Chicano rap, or Chicano songs, all that sort of thing, you know what I mean? Homies from San Diego, from the IE, from Chicago, from New York, you know, just different places. I was familiar, even though like I may not heard the whole albums or know like this sort of like genre, because some could be just gangsters, some could be just normal type of rappers or something like that, but I always respected it, especially with something that I like. So as me and Kre8tor were talking, I forgot, but something in his voice kind of like sounded familiar to me, and then I brought it up in the fact to be somewhere in the lines to be like, hey, I don't know, like if you know this, but you kind of like, I was like, you sound like this, like if this one track I used to hear before about this one guy, it's like he used to bang, one to hang, we act like the big boys, take it long. Something, it was him and Mr. Sancho from Low Profile Records. It was a certain song like that. I can't really recall at this moment because it was kind of a few years ago and I haven't heard that song for a while. But then he was like, oh shit, like he kind of got shocked by it. Then he was like, hey, he started flowing with it too, exactly word for word how that song is. And then me, the way hearing it, I was just kind of like, oh shit. You know, here's this dude. He has to be that. His voice sounds the same. But yet then again, you know what I mean? It wasn't that artist's name, at least from what I read of that CD, because obviously his name was Kre8tor. But that's another story. But at the end of the day, I was kind of starstruck in the sense that he was behind a lot of stuff that I wasn't aware about, let alone being that one on that song. So I was like, oh shit. So freaking, that made it more positive, more good feeling of being in that video. You know what I mean? Being with those homies right there. It was all like a good feeling towards, I'm pretty sure everybody, but mainly towards me too as well. Because I've been trying to do this shit for many freaking years. You know what I mean? And especially to advance in some sort of ways. Because I don't know how to sort of advance in some sort of ways. Or how to search that sort of ways. You know? But, so that happened. We talked. Everything was cool. You know? And then, I believe that same day they did another music video shoot, or it could be the next. I don't recall, but I think it has to be that day for a certain reason. And the reason for that is because I was carrying with me something that day. You know what I mean? And not only that day, but I mean, ever since I had that, I was carrying it with me all the freaking time. You know what I mean? Because I thought like, well, if something happens to me, fuck it. You know what I mean? I'm not gonna be the first one to try to cause some damage, trying to like cause some drama or anything like that. But if a motherfucker tries to disrespect me, come at me, fucking trying to like really do some damage, I'm gonna pull it out and fucking handle business. You get what I'm saying? So yes, I was strapped. You know, so I think the homies knew or they didn't know, because I wasn't telling nobody every time I had my strap with me, ever since I had that strap. And freaking, after we talked, did the video shoot, after we talked with the Kre8tor, all this sort of thing, and then everything was cool. You know what I mean? Good vibes. Everything was cool. Even TrippalOt was a funny motherfucker. You know what I mean? He's an energetic dude, but I love that about him. You know what I mean? And so I think they were talking about doing another music video shoot that day, and it's called "What You Know About" by the homie Dinero. That song I never heard before either. That day was the first day I heard that song, and we're gonna do that video. But before that video was shot, like after I was talking to Kre8tor, I think that's when Dinero hit me up, and he's all like, "Hey Sneaks, do you have that with you?" Then I was like, "Well, yeah, I have it with me." You know what I mean? Referring to my strap. So freaking they wanted to use it for the video, I guess, or for some shoots. I don't recall. I know for some shoots for sure. But that's my strap was in that video, "What You Know About" by Dinero. So if you care to check out that video, go ahead and do so as well. It's a banging song, and at the same time, you'll see what I'm talking about. So I pull out my strap. It's a 45, you know, and I have 2 clips fully loaded with hollow point bullets. So this was before my daughter was born. You know, here we are going to South Central. You know, I'm not telling the homies that I'm freaking being strapped up, you know, because I'm always in that state of mind shit that you never know what could happen. You know what I mean? I ain't looking for drama, but if I know I could be prepared for anything, let alone for something like that, I was ready down to ride for anything. You know what I mean? Because this to me was serious. Not just the life in general, but the music in general, because I know what comes along with it. You know what I mean? That's another story I'll bring along with some other story that will make you help understand why I took it more serious when it came to the music. And so I had that with me, and I guess it was like, oh shit, you know, this fool had a fucking strap and fucking 2 clips of hollow point bullets. Just do the video, hell yeah. So we did that video, "What You Know About" by Dinero. So go ahead and check it out once again. So you can check it out too, and it's a banging song. So that was that day. That was the whole day when I met mr.trippalot and did the video for Dinero, I think, that day, or it was another day, I can't recall. But, you know what I mean? I don't even have that strap no more. I can't have a strap no more for like 1 more year, I guess, because I was fucked over for 3 years for a dumbass restraining order, and shit got mentioned that I had a few things, so had to get rid of everything, basically. But yeah, that's my story how we met mr.trippalot. Also Dinero's video came about, what you know about. It was me and the other homies right there. Another good time, another good memory. What's up to Dinero, everybody from Dope Filo. Much love and respect for your homie Lil Sneaks. Good on Evil Wing, homies. And yeah, so that's about it. Till the next time, homies. Much love and respect. And blaze it up. What you know about? Check out the tracks, homie. My Ways, mr.trippalot. What you know about Dinero, homie? Lil Sneaks. Another story next time. Much love and respect.